Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Alright guys, so today we're going to be comparing Microsoft Surface tablet to the number one Android tablet on the market, and that is the Galaxy Note 10.1. Now if you're wondering why is this one, well, I've done a comparison that you can check out on all the other Android tablets, and this one beat out all of them. So let's get right down to it. Look and feel. So on the Surface tablet, since that is a new one, it has a really nice feel to it. There's no denying that, and of course, I love the kickstand built into it. And holding it for a long period of time, however, is not something you're going to be doing. I think that's one of the reasons they put in the kickstand, because you just do not want to hold this tablet for long. It's heavy. It feels heavy. I mean, the fact that it's heavier than the iPad, which I feel is just really too heavy, is definitely saying something. All in all, it's not too comfortable to hold either around the edges for too long, so that's going to be something else. In terms of the way it feels good. It just is, and the look, I would say, is good. I mean, in terms of how they styled it and everything like that, I don't think it looks bad. But it just, I just cannot hold this for a long period of time. It's definitely meant to utilize the kickstand and leave it like that for a long period of time, because you will not be holding it for that long. On this side, of course, we have the Note 10.1, which is definitely one of the lighter tablets on the market. It is plastic, so you know that's obviously a preference of how weight is as well as feel is. But honestly, this one you can really hold for a long time, and just because of these nice curved edges that Samsung has, it makes it really just fit in your hands perfectly, and you can definitely hold it for a long period of time. In terms of look, it's pretty much the Samsung standard shiny back with polycarbonate plastic, which is, you know, not going to break or scratch or anything like that very, very easily, so that's the highlight of it. But the downside, of course, is you know, some people don't like the premium feel of it, and I've never had a problem with it. I've told you guys this before. For me, it actually feels nicer to hold for a long period of time compared to other tablets, but it is going to be a preference. Overall, look and feel, just because you can hold it for a longer period of time, I will give it to the Samsung just for the, you know, look. They're nothing too out of the ordinary, both of them. But feel, it's easily a preference for the Samsung instead of the Surface tablet. So let's go through these. And my security photo. All right. And let's go right into these. So obviously interface is going to be a bit different as well. On these, Android, of course, is fully customizable, whereas Windows is kind of really just a reproduction of iOS with trying to do tiles as live. But you know, no matter what Joe, whatever his last name is, tries to tell you that live tiles are the future, they're really not. Widgets are much better and much more useful. On here, yes, I get one email at a time. On here, I get all of them. There's no comparison. Widgets are more useful compared to tiles. So in terms of speed, when looking through your apps, it'll be about the same, but you do get a little bit more lag on Android when just going through the regular screens and compared to Windows Surface, which moves really quick. That's one thing I definitely like about Windows, that it does move really quick, unless the apps aren't stable, and I'll go over the apps a little bit later, but that's one thing just definitely notice on it. Alright, so now seeing that, let's go right into web browsing. So on here, of course, we have Internet Explorer. And on here, I'll be using Dolphin Browser. Alright, and let's kind of go on both of them. One thing I don't like about the Internet Explorer look is how I can't just see my other tabs. I do have to go down like this to see the other tab. And it's just something I find annoying. Like, I wish that they would just still have tabs at the top. I mean, it does give you a little bit more room in viewing, but I wish that was just an option to make it full screen or not full screen. And I think that would be just a better preference. Now, in terms of speed, these obviously will both do Adobe Flash. The bright side, though, of, or shall I say the silver lining, is that Microsoft has Silverlight that you can also use, which literally is the full web browsing experience, just like on your PC at home. So that's going to be the major difference, is that you can go onto any website. This isn't a mobile website version. You always get every full website. So that's a big thing. Now in terms of pinch to zoom, both are quick. However, I would give it to Surface being a little bit quicker. Now in terms of double tap, let's try them out. So double tap does not agree with Surface that well, or is it just, it just clicked the link instead? Okay, let's go back a little bit. Or we'll just try it on the other website. So let's just try it on the other website. So let's go to this website. So both don't move bad at all, but let's now try pinch to zoom on this paragraph right here. Okay. Oh, I see. It thought I selected it. So when pinch to zoom wants to work, it works pretty quickly on Surface. Okay, let's try one more time. Alright, so when pinch to zoom does work, it seems that Surface just has a little bit of an edge. Not by much, but you can't deny that the web browsing experience should be better on Surface, just because you can literally go to any website and you're going to get the full website. It's not in any way, shape, or form a mobile version of the website. So that's huge. Okay. Now, in terms of music, let's play the same song and see how it goes. Alright, and in this one, let's start it.
I don't know why sometimes we seem so apart, so together with a broken heart. I try to see you, but it's getting dark. Words keep flowing out, I wonder what they mean. You're like a little piece of carrot.
Okay, sorry, that happened earlier. So one thing you can tell is that Windows still has a few bugs to work out, because that happened earlier too, and it wouldn't stop playing the song. So I'll sit there.
Girl, you've always been a friend. I don't know why sometimes we seem so apart, so together with a broken.
So you can kind of see that when it comes to sound quality, this one's definitely going to be a stronger and clearer compared to the Surface one. So that was it there. Alright, and now let's go to the video player. In terms of multitasking, by the way, of course Android, you can have this side panel and keep jumping from app to app. Like next we're going to be going to the video player.
We're not gonna miss all this.
So it's easy to go to it. In terms of Surface though, it's actually really nice. So you close apps like this and you go to your app you had open like that. So really, in terms of multitasking, that is one thing that's really nice about Surface, is jumping from app to app like that. However, there is a big difference in split screen, which I will go over in a second. So now videos, let's play them both at the same time and see.
Hey, they're saying this phone's gonna be like a precious jewel.
Okay.
Love that.
Well, Surface is just having all kinds of issues today.
I got the Samsung GS3 now.
Okay, let's try this again. From the top, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, they're saying this phone's gonna be like a precious jewel. Love that.
The headphone jack is going to be on the bottom.
I heard the connector is voltage. What does that even mean?
I'm psyched. All I'm saying is that they should have a priority line for people who waited 5 times.
You have to have an adapter to use the dock on.
So,
Yeah, but they make the coolest adapters.
It's
the Galaxy S3 didn't work out. No, I love the GS3. It's extremely awesome. I'm just saving a spot in line for someone. That's so cool. Yeah, man.
This year, we're finally getting everything that we didn't get last year.
Yeah.
The big screen.
True 4G.
What is that?
Hey, what'd you just do?
Oh, I just set up a playlist.
By touching phones?
Yep.
Alright, so you can really see in terms of brightness, color, and clarity, definitely, it just goes to the Samsung. It's a lot going to be better for watching videos. Now, the one thing I will give Surface is because it's a 16:10 ratio instead of 16:9, which all videos are now being played at, it actually just fits perfectly in it, whereas this video in particular still has a little bit of bars. Not too noticeable, but definitely for viewing experience because of sound quality as well as clarity and color, you're definitely going to get a better experience with the Note. Alright, in terms of cameras, I'm not even going to go into just because it just is a blowout. The Note is just a lot better in terms of camera. Surface does not have a good camera for taking photos. For video chatting, it's fine. It's 1 megapixel, so it's not too bad. But in terms of rear cameras, it's horrible. It's bad. In terms of gaming, I was able to get 4 apps. One that I had to pay $10 for, and in Android, I was able to get all of these apps, which only the top row I had to pay for. So what I'm trying to say is, or actually, sorry, the 2 top rows. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, Android will easily win for gaming just for the sheer number of games that will work for it, whereas Surface obviously does not have a lot of games for it. Now in terms of multitasking that I promised you earlier, on Android, although it is a limited amount of apps, you can do the split screen with the Note 10.1. It is one of the highlights of the device. So when you are using their web browser, the nice part about it is that you can actually go into it and do more than one thing at once, which is just, it's really nice to be able to do 2 apps at the same time. And it's one thing that I do miss from this version of Windows compared to the regular version. So if you look, you can do Internet while Office, which you can do that here. So let me show you that same steps here. If I wanted to do Office, I can actually snap it. And snap it. So I can do these 2 apps. However, if I wanted to do Office while viewing a video, that's a lot different. So let me show you that now. If I wanted to do Office while doing a video, okay, Surface is kind of acting crazy on me right now, guys. Let's see if we can close this app down. It usually doesn't act like this, so that's kind of interesting that it's doing it while we did the video, of course. Okay, so say if I want to internet browse while I watched a video on here, of course I can just go to video player and I have internet browser up and see it's a nice evenly distributed screen. However, if I want to watch a video while doing that on Surface, let me see if I turn this off. This is what I get. So I either can view that like this, or I can view it like this. Which obviously, you know, watching a video like this is a lot smaller compared to watching it like this. So it's one thing that is really noticeable that in terms of multitasking, it's surprising that Windows wouldn't easily be better compared to Android. It's something that I never would have guessed, and it's something that was very apparent while using both of these devices. So another thing is, of course, battery life. Battery life would easily go to Surface Tablet. Honestly, this thing lasts for days easily with just average use. Even heavy users will easily get over a day with it. and it does not drain quickly at all. I don't have an exact number of hours, to be honest, just because I mean, like after 3 days, I would just like, oh yeah, I need to charge it. Like it just so it does. Battery life is great. I would say it's probably around 11 hours. Just judging by how I've used other tablets in the past, it's just really good. So that's definitely something. In terms of extras, it will go to the Surface as well. Just because you do have a full USB plus micro HDMI built in. You have a micro SD card slot as well as a kickstand. So that's really nice. The Note comes in close. You have a pen which you can use for all stylus purposes, which is really nice, and it's a feature that the Surface doesn't have. You also have a micro SD card slot as well as an IR blaster for a remote, but just for that full USB coming with it, whereas this one you have to buy a $20 adapter, it would have to go to Surface for that. Pricing, I'm just going to base purely amount on storage for the price, because obviously operating systems are very different. So I will give it to Surface for giving 32 gigs for $499, whereas this one you have to spend $549 to get 32 gigs. So let's tally them up, guys, and see who won what and who's the ultimate winner. In look and feel, it goes for the Galaxy Note. Just better feeling, and definitely you can hold it for a long period of time. You will not hold the Surface for a long time. In terms of web browsing, it goes to Surface. You can't beat a full internet experience. Even if it's Internet Explorer, hopefully we'll get Chrome on there or Firefox on there soon. It's what we're hoping for. But you know, that is what you have right now, but it's a full web browsing experience. In terms of music and movies, you are going to go with the Note 10.1, just much better music and movies experience. Sounds just a lot richer, as well as movies are just much more pleasure to watch. In terms of camera, no comparison. It definitely goes to the Note. Really good, especially front camera, just really good front camera. Gaming, easily the Note, just because it's going to be better all around in terms of gaming. You have a lot more games to play, and it's just really easy to play them. In terms of battery life, it will go to the Surface. Just amazing battery life, lasts really long. Extras, it will also go to Surface just for their full-size USB built in, as well as a kickstand. Price, it will go to Surface just because of storage. You get more storage for your money. So, tallying them up, the Note 10.1 still wins over the Surface tablet. And let me explain the main reason. So I get always a lot of questions on, well, even watching this comparison, which one do you recommend for me? So it's very, very simple actually. The only reason you should buy the Surface tablet, in my opinion, over the Note, is if you are just using it for internet and office. If those are your only reasons, you do not care about having apps, you do not care about anything else, just internet and office, you want the Surface tablet. Otherwise, if you are anything else, if you want to use apps, if you want to use anything else, you're going to want to go with the Note. Surface is missing apps such as Instagram and Pandora, to give you an idea of how little apps they have. So you do not want to buy it if you want to have apps. However, if you're just using it for internet and word processing, then it would be a great reason to go with it. Otherwise, you want the Note 10.1, and it is definitely the better tablet to get. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Once again, this has been RICKY, the Android Guy.